The story revolves around Kaname Sudo. One day Kaname Sudo receives an invitation to a game named Darwin game from his friend Hamada. Even though one of his classmates named Kyoto warns him not to open the game, but still he opens it out of curiosity. As soon he opens a game, a snake jumps out of his mobile and bites his neck. Kaname lost consciousness and wakes up in his school's hospital room. He thought the snake was just his imagination and decides that it will be best for him to go home and rest. Kyoto warns him not to open the game again, but as Kaname could not handle his curiosity on his way back home, he again opens the game and ends up accepting a challenge from the Panda-kun. Panda-kun is a man in the panda costume who appeared in front of Kaname in the subway. Panda-kun starts to continuously attack Kaname, but Kaname somehow manages to escape through the city. But still, Panda-kun doesn't stop chasing him. While a policeman tries to stop him, Panda-kun kills him, which is witnessed by Kaname that sends a chill down Kaname's spine. From nowhere, Kyoto appears in front of Kaname and saves him. But in doing so, Panda-kun injured him severely. While hiding in the place where cars park, Kaname finally understands why his friend Kyoto warns him to open the game, as it was not an ordinary game. It is a game that impacts your real life, and you can even die while playing this game, where there is no way out and survival is at risk. Kyoto explains to him that Panda-kun's ability that he can become invisible through his sigil, a power that each player is given through the bite of the snake and is then able to harness in the most natural way. That is why he is such a formidable foe. Kaname and Kyoto soon reach the conclusion that there is no point in hiding, as Panda-kun can easily locate Kaname with the help of the app. They decide that Kaname will attract the attention of Panda-kun and make him go far from Kyoto. Kaname starts to fight Panda-kun, but he is not even close to him. Unfortunate for Kaname, as their fight ends when Panda-kun is hit by a car. After the accident, Panda-kun's lifeless body is gradually transferred away, leaving nothing but a pixelated silhouette behind. After the fight ended, Kaname decides to go where he leaves Kyoto, but when he reaches there, he finds nothing but another pixel outline. One of the high-ranked players of the game named Shuka Karino learns about Kaname's victory over Panda-kun, which surprised her. How can a low-level rookie can win against a formidable player like Panda-kun? She decides that she will meet him. Therefore, she sends her an invitation to come and meet her abandoned warehouse. Shuka wants Kaname to expose his sigil, since she still doesn't know whether she can trust him or not. Shuka becomes suspicious when Kaname is unable to respond to her and dares him to a duel. Kaname uses a bright light to temporarily blind Shuka, deterring her from attacking. Shuka is blind, but even her strikes are incredibly strong, and Kaname can see her sigil. Shuka possesses the ability to move large chains like snakes and pierce her foes with sharp tips. While he is trying to escape from the Shuka, he hears a voice inside of him through which he discovered his sigil. Kaname has the astonishing ability to summon any weapon he has touched before. With the help of his ability, Kaname summons a gun in his hand in order to fight Shuka. After seeing a gun in Kaname's hand, Shuka accepts her defeat because she thinks she has no other option. The next day, Kaname wakes up at Shuka's place. She offers to create a team with him, as many players in Darwin's game form teams together in order to defeat their opponent together in this way that can also earn good points. Kaname accepts her offer. Later, he discovers that first, he must have to go beyond fighting Class B2. After some time, he receives an invitation to a treasure in which some players are allowed to participate. The treasure is located in Shibuya. Shuka and Kaname thought that it will be good to explore Shibuya before the start of the treasure hunt. When later Kaname checked money in his bank account, he was shocked, as the point he earns in Darwin's game are also transferred to his bank account as real money. While Kaname is in the Shibuya market, his mobile is snatched by a Inukai. Inukai lures Kaname to the dead end of the street, where Inukai challenges Kaname to fight him. Inukai was able to locate Kaname by the information he collects from a player named Rain Kashiwagi. Rain Kashiwagi sells information about a player in order to earn money. Kaname was an intriguing target for Inukai because it was well known that he had defeated both the invincible Queen Shuka and the new killer Panda-kun. Shuka joins the fight, which leads Inukai to surrender. Just then, treasure hunt begins and the players are transferred to different locations. Kaname wakes up in a hotel room where he learns that each of the 300 players has to find 3 rings. But it is not going to be easy, as there are only 300 rings. Kaname discovers his first ring under his bed right away. He can only hold it for so long, though. When a player with a machine gun attacks him outside of his hotel room, he gives the opponent his ring in an effort to save his life since the opponent spares him after receiving the ring. Kaname wants to leave the hotel and find Shuka as soon as possible. Yet due to the overgrowth that has overtaken the stairs, this is difficult. Kaname believes that the elevator is his only option for leaving the building. However, a player by the name of Rain interrupted him as he attempted to enter the elevator. When the door of the lift opens, Kaname understands why Rain stopped him to enter the building, as the man who took Kaname's ring was lying motionless in the lift. Rain realizes that this is the work of a very powerful player named the Florist. A terrifying question crosses Kaname and Rain's minds as they look for a way out of the hotel. Why was the attacker's body in the elevator still there and hadn't been reduced to a pixel outline? The two receive a response to their query just as they become aware of the ramifications of this situation. They reach the conclusion that they are not killed, but instead are poisoned and now are in control of Florist. She can examine all of the universe's data with the aid of her Laplace sigil, which allows her to see both the past and the future in crystal clear detail. She deduces that the Florist must be watching them through the monitoring cameras in the observation room while he sends his mind-controlled soldiers against them. After realizing it, they destroy the cameras and hide in the hotel room to make a plan. Kaname descends the tower's exterior by rappelling to meet the Florist on the ground floor. The Florist is prepared to battle Kaname and has changed into a strong plant creature. Kaname makes every effort to beat the Florist, shooting at him with his machine gun, hurling grenades at him, and using stun grenades to blind him. But it appears that the Florist is too powerful. The fight finally came to an end in the hotel chapel. Kaname is worn out, but his inner voice calls to him once again. And suddenly he is in a steelsmith's workplace. Due to this vision, he realizes that the Florist requires more powerful penetration. So he adjusts the gun's barrel pressure to produce a more potent strike. The strategy worked for Kaname, and Florist admits his defeat. The 8th clan and their ruthless commander Wang are ready to invade the hotel to take the 24 rings that are there. Rain warns when she arrives at the chapel. As a result of this prophecy, they choose to join arms to battle the 8th as a temporary clan with the Florist, whose name is Hiragi Akiro. The erstwhile machine gun opponent of Kaname also regains his composure now that the Florist's mental control gains consciousness, and he also decides to join their team, in order to be as ready as they could be for the 8th's attack. The now 4 clan members started barricading the hotel. In the meantime, Rain is perplexed by the prices of the various jewels on the rings. She observes QR codes for more number combinations inside the circles. She comes to the conclusion that this must be the secret to winning the game, and the missing component must be the diamond ring that nobody has yet discovered. On the other hand, Shuka is still searching for Kaname. Everybody who gets in her way is killed as she swings through the city. But then she finds herself in a situation from which she is unable to escape. When she is passing through an underground station, a young girl suddenly assaults her. The child is able to withstand her chain strikes with ice walls, and she eventually fills the hallway with water. Shuka calls for assistance just before he drowns. Ryuji and Kaname instantly left to save Shuka. Sui, who presents herself as a young girl who is innocent and afraid, meets them at the metro station. Kaname dives towards Shuka, who is comatose on the ground. As soon as he jumps into the sea, he pulls her to the surface and gives her mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to bring her back to life. Shuka is ecstatic about her first kiss with Kaname as soon as she regains consciousness. Ryuji, however, is preoccupied with Sui. He is able to tell Sui is lying thanks to his sigil, and he is eager to learn the truth about what transpired at the station. Sui, however, runs away from Ryuji and her dual personality shows. When in jeopardy, the ghost of her deceased twin brother Sta takes over her body, willing to commit extreme brutality. Unlike Sui, Ryuji is ice-trapped after being led to a convenience shop by the group. Sui is able to stop Sta from killing Ryuji even if he wants to. Finally arriving at the convenience shop, Shuka and Kaname thank Sui for initiating their first kiss, and they decide to take Sui into their clan. The 8th quickly overtakes the hotel. Even clan members who are not taking part in the treasure quest have been summoned by Wang. The clan uses force to force their way past the plant barricades and move deeper and deeper into the hotel. Hiragi is challenged by the strong players named Katsura and Sig. But the florist competes just as well. However, Keiichi emerges out of nowhere and fatally hurts Hiragi. Hiragi uses all of his remaining strength to keep his heart pumping with the help of his sigil plants. And the strong plants that are piercing the entire structure ultimately cause it to tremble and fall. In the meantime, Rain has figured out the conundrum involving the ring's numeric codes. She identifies the coordinates directing her to the Shibuya train station after obtaining a diamond ring and classifying the stones by hardness. She heads there to search for the hidden wealth but quickly discovers she is not the first. The 8th clan has already arrived at the station, and Wang also appears to have cracked the code. Wang captures Rain by using his sigil to teleport in a way that Rain's Laplace cannot foresee. He tries to force her to provide information about the treasure by applying a brutal grasp on her arm. She uses a lengthy story to buy some extra time. And sure enough, her clan shows up and rescues Rain from Wang's grasp, while Kaname transports the hurt Rain to a secure location where she is charged with cracking the game's final code. Raiji, Shuka, and Sui valiantly battle the 8th. After delving deep within herself, Rain discovered the answer. The code stands for the publishing date of Charles Darwin's On the Origin of Species. Wang has already severed Raiji's arm and is on the verge of killing him when Kaname returns to aid his companions in fighting the 8th. However, Kaname can thwart him with a ploy. He asserts that he has discovered the treasure's key and solved the mystery. The ruse succeeds, and in exchange for Raiji's life, Kaname gives Wang the key to his moped. Kaname, however, has deciphered the true code and entered the string of digits into the station's lockers with lightning speed. The players are transferred as a result, ending the treasure search abruptly. Now by himself at the station, Kaname removes the box from the locker and discovers a phone inside. The game master congratulates Kaname on his success as the phone rings. He informs him that in addition to the numerous points he has accrued, he is now also eligible for a very special reward, namely the choice of an in-game privilege by Kaname. The pals eventually end up at the Dange Boxing Club. He'd had treated Raiji there, and the coaches were training Kaname. Master Danjo declares his desire to cooperate with Kaname's family, who have taken the name Sunset Ravens. Danjo needs Kaname to battle him and show that he is worth it before they can proceed, though Danjo and Kaname are engaged in a challenging duel, with Inukai serving as the referee and Rain and Raiji watching from the audience. However, Danjo eventually welcomes Kaname and the Sunset Ravens as allies after deciding that Kaname is worthy enough. A mysterious woman in a mask emerges out of nowhere and kidnaps Kaname. The woman is revealed to be Liu Zulan, the winner of the D-game and a member of a long line of assassins. She had seen Kaname's potential and now saw him as the perfect spouse with whom to produce children and pass on their knowledge to the next generation. Shuka is furious at Kaname's abduction. Together with Rain, Ryuji, and Sui, she pursues Zulan's car and attacks Zulan from the top of her vehicle. An epic battle breaks out on the vehicle rooftops, but Shuka's strikes appear to be ineffective until Kaname steps in. He throws bottles her way. She uses her chains to aim them toward Zulan's car's tires, and Sui freezes the contents, impeding the wheels. Zulan confesses her wish to join the Sunset Ravens clan and concedes defeat. Kaname agrees in spite of strong opposition from the clan members. The 8th clan, meantime, is already hatching a fresh plan of retaliation. They will kidnap and torture Shinazuka, Kaname's classmate, in order to use him as bait to entice Kaname into an abandoned warehouse. Furious, Kaname immediately embarks on a mission to release his comrade with the help of the Sunset Ravens and Inukai. A big police presence is present at the warehouses before the clan even gets there. However, the 8th easily dispatched the whole task force. The Sunset Ravens begin combating the 8th as soon as they arrive. Inukai engages in combat with the martial artist Keiichi as Sui and Rain team together to confront the attackers. But when Kaname finds out that Shinazuka has been killed, he goes through a transformation. 3 of his classmates have now died in this game: Hamada, Kayada, and Shinazuka. He believes there is no other course of action except to kill the 8th, violating his own supreme beliefs of not inflicting harm on anybody without justification. Kaname advances forcefully, shooting everybody who stands in his way. Shuka, meantime, battles Wang by himself. She has strung small wires throughout the entire warehouse that she can manipulate with micro vibrations by using her sigil. She doesn't move much, yet she manages to block Wang's blows, amputating his limbs in the process. Wang is finally sent tumbling from the skies after she captures him in the wire net, just in time to prevent a fatal collision. Wang is able to activate his sigil. However, Ryuji and Kaname are already facing him and pointing their rifles. Wang is now given access to Kaname's privilege. He is a high roller who wagered everything on the conflict with the 8th clan. The opponents have now forfeited the match as all of 8th clan's points have been transferred to the Sunset Ravens account. Now that the remaining 8th members have been moved, Wang is among them. As a final farewell, Kaname shoots Wang in the head, even though the 8th has been defeated. Kaname has vowed to exact revenge on the game masters. His clan decides to help him in his efforts to put an end to this game once and for all. Together, the Sunset Ravens, who are now bloodthirsty, take control of Shibuya and declare it a D-game-free zone. The game master, on the other hand, is very pleased with the advancements because now the game can finally proceed to the next level. That's all for today. If you liked the video, please like and share the video and also subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.